Hello, my name is Sean,
And I'm Rich.
and we're occupational therapy students at UNM. We're excited to show you what we've been working on for the last few months. In collaboration with Robin Leinwand, the DBSD Therapy Services team, and former students in our program, Gabe Carrasco and Tasha Owens, we have created a statewide resource directory for providers. The aim of this project was to make it easier for therapy providers to find resources in their area. This is especially beneficial for new providers who haven't yet made those connections. So let's go ahead and show you the documents. So this is the main resource page. As you can see, the state is broken up into 5 main areas, 5 main regions. Each is color-coded. And here, down at the bottom, we have the New Mexico DD Waiver Clinical Services Bureau contacts. At the top, as you can see, this is still a work in progress. But our plan is for the resource directory to be a living document so that resources can constantly be added to and updated. So now we'll go over some brief highlights in each region and then let you know some of the things we're still looking for. So go ahead and click here on Northwest. In the northwest part of New Mexico, as you can see, there's a regional office here, and this serves the northwestern domain. We have broken up the resources into a number of categories. These categories are consistent throughout all the regions. As you can see, for some of the categories, it says in development. That means that there's no resources for these individual categories. So if we go ahead and click on one, show you what that looks like. So if you have a resource here in this region that you'd like to add, you can just click this link here, and that'll send an email to Robin. Alternatively, at the top of each page, her email is posted here as well. So go back to the top by just clicking on this link, and that's on each page. So just to highlight something, say you have a patient or a client that needs transportation services in the northwest area of New Mexico. You come down here to transport and click on that link. So in the city of Farmington, there are 2 transportation services. Red Apple Transit offers door-to-door transportation services in Farmington. And then Project Shield also offers transportation services, as well as rehabilitation and community integrated employment for adults with developmental disabilities. In the Northwest region, we're still needing resources in recreation, pediatrics, oral hygiene, and feeding. Furthermore, the resources that we do have are focused primarily in Farmington and Gallup. So if you have support that you've used in the past in some of the smaller cities in northern New Mexico, please let us know. Take us back to the main resource page, which can be found here at this link. And just click on that, and it'll bring that up.
Awesome. Thank you, Sean. So I'll take over for the Northeast region and give some highlights there. So as Sean was mentioning, there's going to be the regional office at the top of each region resource page. This one happens to be in Taos County for the Northwest, or the Northeast, sorry. And we are going to have our table of contents of the areas of interest. So very similarly to the Northwest region, the Northeast also needs resources for feeding, oral hygiene, pediatric resources, and recreation. The things that we have mostly developed for this region is a good spread between multiple cities, which we don't see as much in some of the other regions. So Sean, if you'll take us to durable medical equipment suppliers, this is a good example of the spread. So as you can see, we have a Santa Fe location, a Taos location for A&R medical supply. Then we have a Las Vegas and Santa Fe location for HME. And we even have one in the town of Clayton for the Union County General Hospital. So as you can see, there's a good spread of different cities. However, what we're trying to work on is getting this spread in each category. So Sean, if you'll take us to transportation. In this category, you'll see that we have 2 services currently listed for transportation. However, both of them are in the Espanola area. So while this is great for Espanola, we don't have resources yet for Taos, Santa Fe, or Las Vegas. So we're really looking for those. Another thing to point out is, as you saw earlier, we had a resource in Clayton. There are a lot of smaller cities that aren't represented here that you know, it might have gone under our radar. So if you have any resources for these more rural cities, we really want to get their representation up in these region resource docs. So now we will go back to the main resource page, and we will talk a little bit more about the metro area. So as would be expected with the metro area, considering it's the highest population density in New Mexico, this is the most developed resource directory. So at the top here, we have the regional office, and we also have the Metro Specialty Clinic, and then the DD Planning Council as well, which are all located in Albuquerque. So if we go down to the table of contents here for the areas of interest, as you'll see, there are no categories that are in development. So we have at least one resource for each of these categories, which is good, but we are still looking to expand each of these categories. One highlight of this region is definitely going to be the recreation category. There's an abundance of resources here with a lot of diversity that can, you know, help meet clients' individual interests. So there's singing, there's dancing, there's adaptive sports. There's even an option for scuba diving, which we thought was really interesting. And since there are so many different resources in this recreation category, what we did was, next to the name of each resource, we kind of have a little blurb about what services they offer and things of that nature. One area to grow in the metro region is the fact that we have kind of a concentrated area of resources all in the Albuquerque area, with a handful in Rio Rancho. So we really need some more resources in the Valencia and Torrance counties, because, you know, if you have a client in Los Lunas and they want something close, we don't have a lot of representation for those 2 counties as of yet. So that's where the need is currently for this metro resource page. And then that covers it for the metro page, and then Sean will cover the southern New Mexican regions.
Thanks, Rich. So in the Southwest region, I wanted to bring your attention to some of the transportation services. So go down to the transportation and click on that. So offered in Las Cruces and Alamogordo, both Dial-A-Ride and Z-Trans offers affordable rides for elders or individuals with disabilities. The cost is only $1 each way. So we do need more resources here in the Southwest region. Places like Silver City and Alamogordo, we definitely need more resources there. The majority of the resources that were found here in this directory are in Las Cruces. So if you have any resources, please don't hesitate to contact us. Over here in the Southeast region of New Mexico, we do need more resources in Carlsbad, Clovis, and Ruidoso. Again, there are some areas that are in development, so we do need resources for those sections. One really cool highlight that I wanted to bring y'all's attention to is swallow studies. So UNMH Special Needs Swallow Clinic serves the greater New Mexico area, but here in the Southeast region, Eastern New Mexico Medical Center does offer swallow study services. So if you live in the Southeast region, you will not have to send your patients to Albuquerque to receive this specialized medical diagnostics. So that's really cool, just this accessibility piece. And that's really what this whole document's about, is making resources more accessible to people in each region. So I'll take you back to that main resource page to go over national resources.
So the idea behind having national resources listed was to supplement the resources we have for each region. So we really want providers to see what's available in their region, and then if there's kind of a gap there, then they can come to look at the national brands and see what they can offer. So that being said, this resource page isn't as developed as some of the other resource pages, but what it does particularly well is personal technology and remote supports. So if you'll take us to that section, Sean. As you can see, there are an abundance of resources in this category. So we did what we did in the recreation section of the Metro document, and we kind of have what services they offer right next to the name of the resource. So things in this area would include safety sensors, remote surveillance, even applications that can help your client manage their medications. Really anything that can help clients live more independently while still really honing that safety component. But yeah, so that pretty much is what we have in terms of the resources for each region. So we just wanted to thank you for your time today to listen to our presentation. And we really hope that this resource directory is helpful to you all and that it continues to grow over time, adding more resources in more areas. Let us know if you have any feedback or resources that you would like us to add, particularly those in the rural areas where we're currently lacking, as we kind of stated throughout the presentation. And lastly, we just wanted to thank you all for all that you do for the families and individuals with developmental disabilities in this great state of New Mexico. Thank you.
Thank you.